The bell rang once, and the man next to me stopped breathing. I have not told this story before. I live far from home now. But what I saw did not leave me. People say it was a curse or old magic. I say it was a man with power, and people who were too scared to stop him. My name is Kofi. I grew up in a river town called Ajuam. The land belonged to the royal house. The prince was named Belly. People called him Prince Belly, but behind his back we called him the Bell. Prince Belly was real. This is not a tale about spirits. He was flesh and blood. He rode in cars. He had guards. He laughed like anyone else. But he did one thing that no one could forget. Before someone was taken away, a small bell was rung. I first heard the bell when I was 16. It was market day. My mother sent me to sell smoked fish. The sun was high. Then everything went quiet. Even the goat stopped crying. A guard lifted a small brass bell and rang it once. Everyone stepped back. A man named Sadiq was pulled from the crowd. He was a trader from the north. They said he did not bow fast enough when the prince passed. That was all. He did not shout. He did not fight. He just looked confused. Prince Belly leaned out of his car. He was young, maybe 25. He wore clean white clothes. He smiled like this was a game. Take him, he said. Sadiq never came back. People told me not to talk about it. My uncle said, this land eats those who speak. I believed him. Prince Belly ruled the town like it was his yard. If a girl refused him, her family lost land. If a man argued, his shop burned at night. The police did nothing. The chiefs said nothing. The prince paid them well. The bell became a warning. 1 ring meant someone would be taken. 2 rings meant a body would be found later. I started working as a cleaner at the old council building. That was where they kept records. One night, I stayed late. I heard voices in the back room. I knew I should leave, but I stayed. Prince Belly was there with 2 guards and a man named Nana Tono. Nana Tono was an elder. People trusted him. On the table were papers and photos. Photos of people who were missing. Prince Belly said, the town is restless. Nana Tono said, fear will settle them. Then he said something I still hear in my sleep. The bell works. It always works. I understood then. This was planned. The bell was not a joke. It was a tool. I knocked over a bucket by mistake. The sound was loud. Everyone turned. Prince Belly looked straight at me. He did not shout. He did not rush. He just stared. What is your name? He asked. Kofi, I said. My mouth was dry. He smiled. Clean well, he said. Dirt spreads. They let me go. That night, I packed a bag. But my mother was sick. I could not leave her. A week later, the bell rang twice at dawn. They found Nana Tono in the river. People whispered that the prince had killed him. Others said Nana Tono knew too much. No one cried in public. Prince Belly grew worse after that. He started taking people at night. Always after the bell. Always quiet. The guard said it was for order. But there was no order. Only fear. Then my mother spoke. She said she saw Prince Belly at the river, washing his hands. She said there was blood on his shoes. I begged her to stay quiet. She laughed and said she was old, not blind. The next day, the bell rang once outside our house. I ran out. The guards were there. Prince Belly stood behind them. He looked bored. She talks too much, he said. I fell to the ground. I held his feet. I cried. I told him to take me instead. He looked down at me. For a moment, I thought he would. Then he said, "No. You will remember. They took my mother. That night, I followed them. I do not know why I did it. Maybe I wanted proof. Maybe I wanted to die." They went to the old cocoa store near the bush. I hid and watched through a broken wall. Inside, there were others. Some alive. Some not moving. A bell hung from a nail. Prince barely rang it once. The sound was small. Soft. But everyone froze. He did not touch them. He just watched as the guards did the work. He drank from a bottle. He hummed. I threw up. I made a sound. One guard turned. He saw me. Prince barely followed his eyes. He saw me too. He smiled. I ran. I do not know how I escaped. Maybe they did not chase me. Maybe they wanted me to spread fear. I left the town before sunrise. I never went back. Months later, I heard the prince was arrested. The new government came. Mass graves were found. People spoke at last. Prince Belly died in prison. They said it was sickness. Some said he rang a bell in his cell until the guards begged him to stop. I still hear it sometimes. 1 ring. 2 rings. If you ever hear a bell in a place where no one should be ringing one, leave. Power is real. Evil is real. And sometimes, it wears clean white clothes and smiles at you. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.